three, Warhawks!
Hello, Warhawks. This is Jacob Horton of the Warhawks Sports Network. I'm joined by our head baseball coach, Marty Lovrich. Coach, thanks for hopping on with us today.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we're coming off of a victory over Tuskegee University on Tuesday, March the 9th. It was a good win for us, obviously, because a lot of people were able to contribute in a lot of different ways.
Absolutely. That was our second midweek game, so when the NCAA took 10 games away from us and not being able to have but 4 midweek games, it was really nice to be able to have that one this week. Several guys got an opportunity that hadn't been able to get opportunities earlier in the year. And, it was a time for some of our bullpen guys to kind of sharpen up their tools and get ready for this weekend.
Well, I know one of the biggest challenges we talked about coming into this year was just replacing some key departures, especially on offense, with some big bats no longer on the team from 2019-20. But it seems like this year we've been able to get the job done as multiple guys have kind of stepped up and been able to fill those holes.
Well, the craziest thing about this team is in the 27, 28 years I've been coaching, I've never got this much production from the bottom of our lineup. And it's kind of tricky because a lot of times you're like, well, those guys are hitting really well, you want to move them. But then at the other end of it, there's a reason they're being successful, so that's something I hadn't wanted to move yet.
Yeah, and that kind of segues to our next question. There's so much continuity in that lineup. You have your Joseph Hartsfields and your Jackson Seamans in that 7, 8, 9 spot, and it really helps turn the lineup back over to 1 and 2 when you have some opportunities now for Arrington and Casey Henderson to knock in some runs with them being on.
And to be honest with you, 5 and 6 are actually doing their jobs because the bottom of our lineup are probably the most production of our RBIs. So we're a team that, people aren't going to fear the middle of our lineup as far as long ball and all. But we've been preaching all year on base percentage and trying to get a hit or two from everybody in the lineup.
Well, cool. I'd be super remiss if I didn't talk about our series we got coming up this weekend against West Florida. Traditionally they've been one of the top teams in this conference, ever since they've been in Division II. So what's it going to take to come out and get the results we want against the Argonauts this weekend?
Well, to be honest with you, Mike Jeffcoat does a phenomenal job over there. They're in the mix every year, so they're going to be well coached. They're going to be tough to strike out. They look kind of similar to us. They like to play small ball and throw some big hits in here or there, but hopefully I think our biggest issue to date has been our bullpen being able to come in and fill the strike zone up and challenge hitters. But in all honesty, we've had a chance to win every single game we've played this year except for Game 3 at Valdosta. And, we lost an 8-run lead in the 7th over there and then had to turn around and play another 9-inning game. And I didn't feel real good about playing Game 3 before it started, just, what it took out of us.
I understand. Well, Coach, we appreciate you hopping on with us today. It's always a pleasure when we get to chat. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.